Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Terraria. Yeah. In this episode, since I'm starting off in the dungeon, it's gonna be a fast-forwarded episode, so there is that. You don't have to worry about that one. In this episode, I want to do two things. One thing is a fairly small thing, kind of. And the other one is a bigger project. It's as you can see, I'm at the dungeon. I want to make I want to make an ectoplasm farm. A proper, fully automated one. I have found a design. It apparently works in 1.3. I don't see why it wouldn't work. I found the two designs. One design or two designs, well, whatever it was, that I talked about last time round, they don't work. But they don't work because they used statues to spawn monsters that you would kill to get ectoplasm. But that's been nerfed. It's been modified so that statues no longer drop ectoplasm when you kill them in the dungeon. Or anywhere else for that matter. So the one that I found, which is made by Joe Price. He has a YouTube channel. He makes some awesome videos about mostly Terraria. I don't know if he has videos about anything else. I haven't delved too deeply into his channel. But this farm that I want to make is a design that he made. The automated whatchamacallit farm? The Pumpkin Moon Farm. It's also a design that he made. So, those two things I want to make. I'm not going to make the Pumpkin Moon one yet. I do want to fight one Pumpkin Moon, but I don't want to make the Pumpkin Moon auto farmer thing quite yet. This episode, it'll just be the ectoplasm farm and fighting the one Pumpkin Moon so that I can get some equipment from it, some spooky wood that I can use to make a set of summoner's armor. Whoops. And a few other things like a new summoning staff and whatnot. So sorry for that. The way that the farm works is that you don't have to put it in any spot specifically in the dungeon, but it works best. Well, it works best. There's 3 different background tiles in the dungeon. There's this basic one, the one that you can see right here. There is the one that is... a bit more down. There's the one that is over on this side. My bad. There's the one that's right here that you can see. There is also another kind. I'm not sure where it is in the dungeon, but there is a third kind. And all 3 of these backgrounds spawn unique monsters. 3 monsters, I believe, each that they spawn. So I would ideally want the farm to be reachable by 3 of these tiles. Have it within those 3 tiles. I'm gonna have to find the 3rd tile, but that's what I'm gonna attempt to do. If I can't find a spot that has all 3 of those tiles fairly close by, then I'll just make it where 2 of the tiles meet. I really can't find any. How strange. Well, I mean, guess not too strange since I'm not all that far in. But yeah, the farm, it's an interesting design. It seems to be, well, I don't know much about these things, but it looks interesting. So I'm going to make it, see if it works. If it works, awesome. If not, then I'll have to find something else. Which I did find another one in case this one doesn't work, and it's significantly simpler, but it's also not nearly as fast or as good for collecting the items. So it's a trade-off in case this one doesn't work. Oh, I can't find any of those other walls. I wonder if there's a different color on the... Ooh, ectoplasm. I wonder if there are a different color on the background, on the map. Well, I guess it's worth a try. There's that one. There's that one, which is obviously a different color. Don't see another color. I'll find it eventually. But yeah, so I guess I will... Ooh, ectoplasm. I guess I will see you on the flip side. I hope you enjoy the music and the episode. So yeah. I think that's about it. I'm probably also gonna fill out the pumpkin farm. And complete that one. Because that would be lovely to have. To be able to make some pumpkin moon summoning medallion things. So I might start with that. I'm not too sure. But anyways, I hope you enjoy the episode and see you on the flip side. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Terraria. Well, end of the episode. I didn't finish the project. It's been 8 hours and a half since I've been working on this. I'm calling it a day because it's already 3:30 and the episode has to go up at 5. Well, it doesn't have to go up at 5, but I'd like for it to go up at 5. And it takes probably about an hour-ish to render and upload, since the file is like, well, the episode's gonna be like 50-ish minutes long. But the premise of what this thing does is, oh no, not the Diablo. The premise is of how this contraption works is that well, I guess I should start with the monsters. They can't spawn, well, they can spawn. Well, I'm gonna fill out all the areas so that there's no free spaces that they can spawn at. And the only places that they're going to be able to spawn is going to be once I activate the actuators. Well, I can show you guys. Once I activate that, now there's enough space for them to spawn here, because it's 4 tall, and they need to have a 3 tall space. But if I activate if I activate the actuators, then there's only 2 tall space, so they can't spawn there. And the way it works is that sorry, sore throat. Is that I'm gonna have a hoik machine that moves the dummy. Since the dummy is made up of 2 parts, there's the physical dummy that you see, and then the thing that you actually deal damage to is the ghost dummy. And if you teleport that, then it's its separate entity. It'll teleport the ghost and not the physical one. So, you teleport the dummy ghost, and then he moves around, and then he goes zwip all the way to this side, and then teleports, and then goes back here, and goes there, and just keeps doing the loop. And then you have, on the hoik machine proper, you have a pressure plate, which is why I bought all those pressure plates. I didn't need 200 and some of them, but I bought a lot of them anyways, because they're fairly cheap. And you place them exactly where I have the blue lines, just right there. And you place one you place one pressure plate corresponding to that. So it'll teleport whatever's here. Since yeah. You do that instead of having like pressure plate on the teleporter, because not all monsters that spawn in this can activate the pressure plate to teleport themselves. That being the Necromancer, I believe, and also the Diabolist. The Diablo guy. Whatever the fuck his name is. So that's why you have the activated thing, instead of it just working with pressure plates that the monsters themselves activate. And then they'll all teleport into here, which, do I have it set up? I do have it set up. Do I not? There we go. And once you activate that and teleport in here, the way that the slime saddle mount works is that... Do I not have any? I don't have any. Well, Unfortunate. The way that the slime saddle works, as you can see, I'm not getting hurt. Because when I jump on something, I have a few frames, or maybe even close to a second, of invincibility, or iframes. Invincibility frames. Making it so that I don't get damage even though there's stuff attacking me. So I can just sit here and have preferably ravens or pygmies in here so that they can also hurt the stuff. But there's lava there anyways too, so they can kill the monsters there as well. And from the 3 traps, I'm just jiggling about, from the 3 traps here, here, and up here, they'll all teleport to where I have this teleporter here that is, that has been hammered, so once they teleport here, they'll all move into the space that I'm in. So, they do that, and then they die. Because I'm jumping on them, and then I'll have some ravens, which I need to kill the pumpkin from the pumpkin moon to get the raven staff, I believe. So that's why I made some more pumpkin moon medallions. There is also the I kind of showed it earlier. But, I planted pumpkins up here, and they grew really fast. So that shows that, the pumpkins also have to be above ground. So, this, as far as I can tell, has been a colossal waste of time. Because it took almost an entire episode to do this one, right? If I remember correctly. So I'm gonna have to make a smaller one that'll fit within here. That'll do both mushroom and pumpkin. An unfortunate consequence of me not having properly looked it up, or me just having read incorrect information, or I'm not too sure what happened. But anyways, so I'll have to fix that. And then find some other use for this room. I'm not too sure what. Because I want to make the fishing area, I want to make it here because I need to fill it with water, and I have the water generators there, so it makes a whole lot more sense to have the... Well, I guess I could... I guess I don't have to. I was gonna say, it makes a whole lot more sense to have the water, the place that needs to be filled with water right next to the water, but you can use those pumps to transfer the water via wire. So I guess I can put it pretty much wherever I want. But I'll put it underneath the thing just because that's what I want. And it has a bit more space. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with this area. No idea. I'll figure it out at some point, probably. But for right now, it'll just stay there and be pretty much useless. A reminder of failed ventures, shall we say. Anything else? I fought the one pumpkin moon. Didn't do fantastic. I went to like round 8, I think it was, 8 or 9. Which is alright, all things considered, I suppose. And I didn't die. Well, I did die, but I didn't... No, wait, no, I guess that doesn't matter then. I was gonna say, I didn't die, but then I realized, no, I did die. But then the thing disappeared because the time went up. So I guess I was just not killing stuff fast enough, so meh. I guess I should get some better weapons. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. Try to upgrade my stuff. But yeah, that'll be the end of the episode, I assume. I don't think there's much else that we did, or much else to talk about. There's, all the chlorophyte's grown again. But I don't really want to harvest it, because I don't need more chlorophyte, really. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really want to harvest it right about now. Maybe later, but for now. Actually. That'll probably be good. There's the crystals. Going back up. That is a massive amount of work that we did though. 8 hours and we didn't even finish the thing. Well, probably playtime itself is probably closer to 7 hours and a half because I did take breaks. Probably about an hour-ish in total worth of breaks. Maybe closer to an hour and a half because there was like a 40-minute break there at some point. Well, whatever. That's not really important. But yeah. We're gonna have to finish that next episode. And I still need to figure out how the fuck to do some of the things, because I still haven't completely figured it out. I have the plans, but the thing is that it's modular. All you need is the kill chamber. The modular parts are the kill chamber and these 3 parts, and you can decide to add this thingamadoodad with the dummies and whatnot. You can either have it as a separate part, or you can incorporate it into the 3 areas. I decided to have it separate just to make it look a bit fancier, I guess. I'm not too sure. But yeah, this will be like an hour-long episode, so I hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully it's not too late, because it's most likely going to be at least 1 hour, probably an hour and a half late on the upload. So sorry about that, but it's the name of the game when you're lazy. Kind of. I took a little break while I was editing, so it's not as fast as it could have been, but it still probably would have been late by like half an hour, if it is late at all. Whatever. But I do really like this with the invincibility frames. It's a very smart design, and I'm gonna leave a link in the description to the guy that made this design, or as far as I know, he made the design. He's also made a whole bunch of other stuff. His name is Joe Price. He does a whole bunch of Terraria stuff. He's the guy that did this one, and he's the guy that also made a Pumpkin Moon AFK farmer, which I'm going to make over here at some point. It's not as ambitious a project because I don't have to fill up nearly as much stuff, which is one of the parts that took one of the things in this that took a lot of time, is that I had to fill up so much area to make, well, I didn't have to, but it made the farm significantly more efficient. So I thought it would be kind of dumb to put all the work into these areas and then not make it as efficient as possible. I'm still missing a few parts that I could probably fill in to make it even more efficient, but close enough, and we already spent enough time on it, so we'll do the rest of this. Either finish next episode, or we'll do the AFK farmer for the Pumpkin Moon, and then if we finish that before, I don't know, 4 hours, then we'll finish this thing. I'm not too sure how it's gonna go, but yeah. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. I hope you have enjoyed the music. I hope to see you next time. Have a lovely day. Stay safe, and goodbye.